Hello, fam, and welcome to the first edition of Cody Cox Presents. Joining me on the first show was what I thought I had to do, was to have somebody on that would start off right. And I wanted to start this thing off right. Joining me is the author of the book, A Book of Prayers for Every Season, Digital Prayers and Promises Answered, Miss Tisha Lynton Rose. Welcome, Tisha, and thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Cody Cox.
No problem. So, I mean, the obvious thing that I wanted to start off with is why a book of prayers? I mean, people have ideas of so many different books, but what made a book of prayers your first major publication? And I'm assuming we're working on others, but for your first, why a book of prayers?
Well, this particular book is a compilation of prayers on social media, thus part of the title being Digital Promises. That I prayed between 2010 and 2016. So it's been several years. Being a Christian, a believer, I pray. Somebody's sick, somebody's hurt, somebody lost a loved one. I pray. I've seen God answer prayers. I know He answers prayers. And it gives us a source of encouragement for those that you're praying for. So I would tend to just pray, and over a period of time, different people say, oh, I pray those prayers, or I print them out, or you need to write a book. That's okay. If you don't write a book, I'm going to just print it out. I'm going to pray it. And of course, you know, life, you're just going on, so many different things. I saw somebody share a prayer, and it's cool to share, but it's like, okay, can I get some credit? You know, but that was one push in terms of, I can do this. I need to do this. Sometimes we don't think we have it in us, but I just started. Pull them off of Facebook, pull them from my text messages, because I even send texts. If somebody comes up in my mind, if I see something going on, I'll send something. So that book became digital format first. For the author, and then, you know, we put it out there. So now they're asking, what's the next volume? It's like, hold on, that'll be 2017, but hold on. And yes, there are other books, just need to sit and develop them. So yes, this is the first of many to come.
But that was my not my very next, but one of my questions is, obviously we have a book. Once I read through these, then what's next? But before I get there, so take us through how you think the book works. Should I pick a book, pick a chapter or prayer at random, or should I go day by day? Is it dated? How would you suggest I actually use the book of prayers?
Okay, the dates are indicated when it was prayed. However, there's no time or restriction of time in God. For those who are comfortable, for those who prefer to go from front to back, if they feel that's what they want to do, that's fine, or they can open it randomly. Someone bought the book, well, somebody was given the book, and she said, guess what? I opened to the date of my anniversary. Oh, wow. So, you know, that spoke to her. So it's however, you just open to a page, pray it, repeat praying it, because we don't know how fast volume 2 is coming. But however, as on the back of the cover it indicates, just start wherever, from back to front, or whatever's comfortable for you. My desire is that the prayers in there will be a blessing, will be a source of encouragement for whoever reads them. So, yes.
So I know for me, for example, I had the digital version, not the hardback. I actually downloaded it. And for me, it was just the right prayer at that time. So I don't know how it would work. Like you said, I guess it's user friendly, you know, it's however you choose. And ironically, I did see, because let me take you to another a thought that I know you're a prayer, and I'm used to seeing you post some stuff, but didn't know you prayed like this. Let me put it that way, or had it such a consistent log of prayers the way you did. So the process of pulling them all together, putting them in a book, you just did them chronologically, correct?
Right.
And so, like I said, if I'm using it, I just grab a day. But how does it work for you as the author?
In terms of putting them together?
No, in terms of still using the book or putting together new prayers, or what's the process for you?
Well, actually, what I was thinking for the next volume, which would be 2017 and maybe 2018, based on when it comes to fruition, I was also going to craft prayers for specific topics, specific subjects: finances, health, healing, marriage. So that is how the next issue more than likely will be different. I already have that drafted in terms of what we want to do. So we want to pull the actual prayers, because a lot of those prayers that I prayed on Facebook mostly have been answered. So it's like somebody's missing, just recently. And, thank God, prayers answered. So it's like, oh, well, I have a situation now, so I can pray the same prayer for that thing. But I will also have a section for subject prayers.
Sounds great. So I also know you're out promoting the book now. Tell us about where I know it's coming up, but you're currently, we're joining Tisha, by the way, at our home in Arizona, but I know she travels abroad. So where's your next stop, I should say?
My next stop is where I'd like to say I grew up, in Baltimore, Maryland, because I moved to Baltimore in '87 to attend the Morgan State University. Ooh. So I will be there commencement weekend for Morgan. On that Saturday, when they're celebrating, culminating, I will be having a book signing at the Diva Tea Studio with a friend who's also a new author. So we're coming together. I left Baltimore in '04, so I'm coming back home, if you will. My first signing was in California in February, so this is exciting to get out there. Where I'll be after Maryland, who knows? If you're watching and you want me to come, you want me to speak to your group, you want me to encourage, whatever it is, I'm there. I'm just excited. I see my vision in going wherever, not just in the U.S., but wherever the assignment leads and takes me. I'm ready to be there. So yes, I'm excited about being in Maryland that third weekend in May. You can visit my website, Tisha Rose, TishaRose.com, to pre-order your book. That way you're guaranteed to get one. If you can't make it, I will find you and get it to you. So if you're in the Maryland, DC area, want to travel out, come see us in person. But if not, order it. Pre-order it so you can secure a copy, and we'll get it to you.
Well, we talked about the next volume. What else is Tisha Lynton Rose working on? What's the next big project besides the book that's obviously coming in 18 or 19?
Well, besides the book, I launched officially my event planning business, T Rose Productions, in February of this year. So incorporated LLC, all the bells and whistles and licenses for the state of Arizona. So that's what I'm working on now. Event planner, weddings, parties, reunions, anniversaries, whatever it is. You have a vision of an event, but you don't want to actually do the work. You need somebody to execute it for you and put it in place from A to Z. I'm your person. I've been planning events for over 20 years now. So it's time to make it official, and I did just that. So again, trose.com website. You can see all that information there. In addition to still being Mary Kay consultant, got to keep the face young, beautiful, healthy. Well, so that's one of the things that's on my plate.
So I can be witness to the event planning. I've been planning with Tisha since we were in college, and she was planning even then. So it is great to see that come to fruition as well. And I wish you all the best. Joining us here on Cody Cox Presents is the author of the book, A Book of Prayers for Every Season, the Digital Prayers and Promises Answered, Miss Tisha Lynton Rose. Thank you so much, Tish.
Thank you, Cody. I appreciate this opportunity. I wish you all the best. I see you doing big, great things, and we'll look forward to the next one.
Thanks a lot. Talk to you all next time.
Be blessed.